Hey everybody, welcome to the Double Stuff Podcast. We are double the hosts, double the topics, and double the fun. I'm Sarah.
I'm Charity.
I'm Alan.
And I'm Dan.
And we are in December, the best time of year, or at least for me. I enjoy Christmas.
It's the most wonderful
Wonderful time to quote the song.
Whoa, that's a quote from a song. What a great segue, Charity and Alan. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today is Christmas songs. And for most of us, because we've been alive for a long time, or at least most of us,
I've been around a while.
I've been around. I presume that most of us have grown up with the same, for the most part, the same Christmas songs. There might be different renditions of it, but we've grown up with pretty much the same song, Jingle Bells, Silent Night, and all that kind of stuff. So I figure we've lived long enough to have our favorites, and I have a whole lot of favorites.
I would say they're all my favorite.
They're all great. And, you know, there's not really a whole lot of, I think Christmas, I mean, there's other holidays, but Christmas is probably the only time that has, like, very holiday-specific songs.
Unless Dan wants to write an Arbor Day song.
Oh, that's true.
I'm working on it.
But based off of last week's episode, we do need a good Arbor Day song. Lyrics by Dan.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to talk about the history of some of our favorite Christmas songs, stuff that we enjoy, and we're going to go around the room and talk about that. But before we talk about our favorites, I did want to mention a couple songs that were not originally Christmas songs, but have become that, you know, over the centuries, I guess. And so one is one we all know, Jingle Bells.
Yeah.
Jingle Bells was originally a Thanksgiving song. So with everybody complaining that, you know, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving long enough and there's no Thanksgiving songs, you know, we should go back to singing Jingle Bells as the leaves are flowing or something.
Okay.
So the cool thing about that, like I said, it was originally a Thanksgiving song. The song is Jingle Bells, but it's actually a command. So we think of it as jingle bells, like we're hearing the bells jingle, but it's actually we're jingling the bells. So it's jingle the bells, jingle them all the way.
So it's an understood you.
It's an understood you for Jingle Bells. So that way you can be that one person when it's like, I like Jingle Bells, and then you'd be like, actually, this was not a Christmas song, and you actually have to jingle the bells yourself. So stop singing it in December. You know, so if you want to be that one person,
November song.
It's a November song. So next Thanksgiving, everybody will just...
Well, don't leave us hanging. So was it a horse command or what is the Jingle the Bells?
The little bit I was trying to look up was that... Because you actually do, kind of like in the song, like the bells on Bobtail's ring. So you actually do tie the bells onto, like, I guess the horse's tail.
Okay.
But I think on the actual, I don't remember what it's called, it's the staff or something. Like, I guess you actually have to jingle the bells either to let people know that you're coming.
So it's like a bike bell.
Oh.
I wonder if it does. I wonder if it is kind of. Yeah, I wonder if it is kind of like that. Yeah, I wasn't able to find like the exact for that, but I know it was supposed to be a command, like jingle bells all the way.
Okay.
So I thought that was kind of cool. Another thing, and if you listen to, I think it's verse 2 of Jingle Bells. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. You ever heard that? The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed his lot. We got into a drifting big, and then we got upsot. Oh, Jingle Bells,
Jingle Bells, jingle all the way.
So
what is upsot?
Upsot, I found out, is Old English for upset.
Oh.
So I guess, I don't know, is that past tense? I'm really upsot.
Makes me upsot.
I have been upsot.
You wouldn't say upsetted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Because upset is something that I think we use both past and present.
You can be, something can be upsetting.
Yeah. But you say he is upset or he was upset. So maybe he was upsot. So if something.
So you should be saying upsot.
Yeah. So we should totally bring that back if it's past tense, like, yes, Trinity was really upsot this morning because...
I dig it.
Yeah.
I'm for that.
So let's bring back upsot.
Okay.
So, but you guys seem kind of clueless as to there were other verses in this song.
I knew that.
Yeah, the thing is that...
Just like just like when you're at church and there's like a hymn and then all of a sudden, where did this one come from? I guess we never did the 6th and 7th verse to this hymn.
I remember this was many years ago, and me and Trinity were working the State of the State.
I was going to say that, the Home on the Range.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
And of course, that's the Kansas State song, so you would think everybody knows this. Everybody was all powerful. Oh, give me a home home.
Yeah.
Sang it perfectly, but there were 3 other verses or 2 other verses, and it was like.
But the funny thing about that was the lyrics were printed on papers in front of them, so they're staring at the words.
Yeah.
But I guess because they never heard the song, their brain didn't pick up on. Oh, I'm supposed to sing this part.
Yeah.
But then, but once they got to the chorus, oh, home on the range, they jumped into that part.
Admittedly, maybe this is just me. I have an issue with people that don't. I guess probably because we spent our lives hearing these songs, and a lot of songs now you do hear at least the second verse, maybe not the third or fourth or fifth. Mm-hmm. So I figure most people should at least know the first and second verses. So I always, like I said, this is just me because
leave them alone, Sarah. Just leave them alone.
Well, if you've been in a traditional church setting, you very often will hear the preacher say, "We're gonna sing the first, second, and fourth verse." That third verse always gets skipped.
Yeah.
So nobody ever sings it. So then when you sing the full song, it's like,
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
At least for Christmas songs, I do know a lot of multiple verses. But
we are also in choir though.
Yeah.
So choir, you're required to sing.
Required.
Oh, accidental pun.
That upset you.
Another song that is typically now associated with Christmas that used to be a Thanksgiving song is. We know it now as To Grandmother's House We Go. It used to be called Over the River and Through the Wood, which is also in the lyrics. But that used to be a Thanksgiving song because in the lyrics, they actually say, hurrah for Thanksgiving. But now it's hurrah for Christmas. And it used to originally be To Grandfather's House We Go, but now, Grandma's
Well, he died.
Well, I don't think he died. I think typically when you go to someone's house, like
turkey poisoning,
got put in the home.
Grandma was really upset about that.
But they sing that song in the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving when all the kids who apparently have no families go over to Charlie Brown's grandmother's house and eat all of her food.
Following one of the most awesome scenes ever, where they have those weird toasters that don't exist anymore, and
I think those are from the 60s too. Those
I saw them at the Children's Museum. That's how I knew they were
at the museum.
They do exist.
They do exist. So that song, I think I was associated with Christmas until watching Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and I realized because like both Jingle Bells and To Grandmother's House We Go and a few other songs, there's no mention of Christmas. There's mention of snow. But of course, snow doesn't always mean Christmas, but I think it's become synonymous with it now.
I don't know if I associated that with Christmas because of Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Because I think that was the first time I heard it was the Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, and thanks to pop culture and stuff for teaching us that. And it's cool. The cool thing about most of the songs that we sing are like hundreds of years old. Like a lot of them originated either in France or England in like medieval ages. Yeah, a lot of them used to be pub songs, So it's kind of interesting to see the evolution for what we think is a fun little tune where we're dancing in the snow, where everybody's have their tankards of mead and they're halfway sloshed singing that song. Tankards of mead. That's what I think when I think of medieval alcoholism. Tankards of mead. But anyway, I kind of wanted to go around and I kind of wanted to hear what everybody's favorite, or at least some of their favorite Christmas songs are, and kind of what your origins, or if you look up the origins of some of the songs. So I'll start with you, Dan. I figure you kind of got some songs you want to tell us about.
You would think that, but I am kind of the Grinch of the group. And
that's true. I forgot about that.
I don't really like Christmas music. I don't like traditional Christmas music at all. I'm fine without it, but that doesn't mean I don't have songs that I do like. And one of them is a more traditional one, and one of them is a very much non-traditional one. So the more traditional one is Carol of the Bells.
Oh, yeah. I do like Carol of the Bells.
I just really like it. I think it's very haunting sounding. I didn't realize that it's actually based on a Ukrainian folk song. It was originally written in 1914, so it's not even that old compared to some of the ones on the list here. But the English, it was actually, the Ukrainian song is about New Year's, and it actually ties back to what we were talking about in a previous episode when New Year's in like the pre-Christian Ukraine was celebrated in April. The coming of spring. And then in 1936, it was actually given lyrics in English and that's the one that we're more familiar with. And they changed the lyrics to be about bells because of the way that the song sounded. It sounded like bells, tolling. So I thought that was really neat. And
that was one of my favorite songs from choir. I did love singing that.
Oh, it was fun to harmonize too. Oh my gosh. One of the few times I got to be soprano, and it's cool to reach those high notes. Oh, yeah. Anyway.
I just think it's a great song. I mean, I really like that one a lot. So
would you like to favor us with a number, Dan?
Not even a little bit. Yeah. I will save everybody from that nightmare. That's right.
That would have been cool, though. It would have been very musical. Where it's like we just randomly burst into the song.
Into it.
But
I just know the Mannheim Steamroller version, or is it the Trans-Siberian?
Trans-Siberian Orchestra, yeah. Which I don't think that like it's that one's. I don't think they call it Carol of the Bells, right? I think it's like a mishmash of things, but like they take that sort of core progression of like the notes and stuff like that and use it as like the base of that song. So I like that one a lot too.
Yeah.
But even the one I think of it from Home Alone.
Yes.
When he's like running home from the church and when they use that sort of. So that's one I really like. The other one, like I said, it's non-traditional. It's actually from a comedian named Tim Minchin. I don't know if anybody's familiar with. He's an Australian-British comedian. He does like musical comedy, so kind of like Bo Burnham or somebody like that. He does like a lot of that stuff. And he wrote a song that is... It's a Christmas song for non-believers, and it's just about like just celebrating with family and like that time. But it says he's from Australia. It's called White Wine in the Sun.
Because it's summer.
It's summer over there.
It's summer, and it's about it's really a song that he wrote for his daughter, and it's about visiting family at Christmas time in Perth, Australia. And
now, where would that be?
I think it's in Australia, Alan. Pay attention.
But it's a very sweet song. It's humorous. It's it's very tongue in cheek in like a lot of ways. And I think it's not maybe for everybody, but I really like it a lot.
It's kind of like that the Corona commercials where they decorate the palm trees.
Palm trees,
we made that joke last year about Dan when he moved to Florida.
That's right.
We said we were going to decorate a palm tree.
Decorate a palm tree, and then Santa's surfing chairs like Cowabunga.
So those are my two songs.
Okay. What about you, Charity?
Well, I got to pick I Saw Three Ships. That was one of my first ones. My favorite version, I have two favorite versions. Lindsay Sterling, if you know her, really great violinist. Yeah. She has a really good version of I Saw Three Ships. It almost sounds like piratey almost. So really good version. But then you got Nat King Cole, because that's what I grew up listening to.
Oh, man.
So I found this interesting because I Saw Three Ships is a traditional English Christmas song, and the earliest version was found or listed in the 17th century. It was published by William Sandys in 1833, so another older song. Since Dan was just saying that some of the songs that he listened to were newer, this is in the 1800s. So I didn't know this. There's actually other versions of the song. So one of the versions is called I Sat Upon a Sunny Bank. Have you guys heard of that? That was news to me.
Sound to it.
The interesting thing about the I Saw Three Ships is that I found it weird because I don't know what ships have to do with like Christmas and the Christmas story. Usually it's attributed to like the three wise men, even though it said that there were more wise men than three of them. Yeah. But they said like camels are often referred to as like ships of the desert because it transports people. However, in the different versions of this song, there are verses where they either mention Mary or Joseph or baby Jesus being transported on a ship, like talking about being in the water. I guess it just depends on which version you're listening to. But the other song that I picked was Sing We Now of Christmas. Have you guys heard that song?
I probably have. I'm trying to remember how it goes.
I think I sent you the version because my favorite version of that one is Straight No Chaser, which should be no surprise. I'm listing some of my favorite artists here.
Group?
Yes, sir, it is. They're actually just here on Halloween. They actually sang this song, so I was very excited about that. But this one is a traditional French carol. So the original name is Noël Nouvelet, so like New Christmas. So this is a 15th or 16th century song. And so if you haven't heard the song, it's basically an announcement from the angels to the shepherds telling them that Christ has been born, but it also references the three kings and the gifts that they bring. So normally you'll hear this song after Christmas, and I think we talked about this before, like if you're part of the traditional Christian holiday, you'll carry it through to January, because in January you'll celebrate Epiphany, which is when the Magi, meet baby Jesus. And so normally this song is sung in January if you're part of the traditional church. So that is my two favorite songs.
What was
That's
the name
cool.
of that last one again?
Sing We Now of Christmas.
I know it, but I just want the listeners to
Okay.
sing. We what?
Sing We Now of Christmas. Or actually, it's really cool. If you want to go listen to it in French, you can look up Noël Nouvelet. So Nouvelet. So they're really pretty versions. But listen to the Straight No Chaser one first because that one's my favorite.
Okay. Now, is that in French?
No.
Oh, okay.
That one's definitely in English.
Gotcha.
Actually, a little bit off topic on that because Cherry was talking about. I guess we all were like different versions of the song, and like we were talking about, definitely for us, we can't go wrong with like Nat King Cole music. Do you guys have any? It's a broad question, but like favorite singers.
Well,
to do your type of
two
songs?
that I pick are not their songs, but it's what they sing. So the first one, I love Frank Sinatra. The older I get, the more I absolutely appreciate that whole Rat Pack and
Blue Eyes.
Yeah, so I like "O
Chairman of the
Come
Board.
All You Faithful." I think that's fantastic. And then the one, I just love her voice. It's so kind of like airy and haunty is Sarah McLachlan. She did a rendition of a John Lennon song, So This Is Christmas. And her version just gives me chills every time I hear it.
I don't think I've heard that version. I'll have to look that up.
So good. And I mean, especially if you like Sarah McLachlan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you've never heard of Sarah McLachlan, but you like Christmas, this would be the one to jump into. And if you like her style of singing, I mean, that's her style, and it just gives me chills. I don't know why she stopped. I guess she started working for the.
She got associated with the Dead Puppies commercials.
Yeah, what is it? I forget the acronym. It's
ASPCA, right?
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
I want to say AARP, and that wasn't.
That's what was going on in my head. I was like, that's not it, Alan. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
It's for senior animals, right?
Exactly. I don't know why she stopped, but I think that she's got a beautiful voice.
Well, I like this isn't a traditional Christmas carol, but if you guys seen White Christmas,
the movie,
yeah, and Bing Crosby sings the "Count Your Blessings" song with him and Rosemary
yes.
Clooney. Oh my gosh, I love that song,
Now,
and
White
it's got
Christmas, they're in a resort. They're stuck in a resort or something.
Yeah, so it's a bunch of army guys trying to save this hotel that was
Yes.
owned by one of their former colonels.
Right.
And they're trying to save it or whatever.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it is a good
I watched
movie.
it for the first time last year, and I was like,
They usually play it at the Orpheum,
okay.
which is actually reminded me of Jingle Bells because before the Christmas movies play at the Orpheum, they have the sing along and it's always Jingle
Yeah.
Bells, and they sing
yeah.
they sing all the verses, which
I think so.
some people don't know
they
the
got
verses.
Edward
So
Scissorhands coming up pretty soon.
do they for
Yeah.
Christmas?
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
a Christmas. It's one of these weird. It's so abstract, the movie, because it takes place in like a Pleasantville. kind
Yeah,
of
I remember that. I haven't seen that movie
town.
in ages.
It's super weird, but I mean, there's something. It's almost like magic realism or something like that. But yeah, it's all about Christmas. It's an old lady remembering.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Well, speaking of the Orpheum, they are going to play It's a Wonderful Life for those of you who care.
And they'll do Home Alone.
And they will
as
do Home
well.
Alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just the holidays, but yeah,
Support your local theaters.
please, most like,
Please, so
most
they can get some
definitely.
new chairs.
Yes,
Lord help them. Get them
man.
some new chairs.
That's right.
I know, Dan, you're the curmudgeon of the group and the Grinch. So in that case, you probably do like.
You're a mean one.
Yeah, a little bit of Thor Ravenscroft and in his life there.
Sure. Absolutely. When I do listen to Christmas music, or when we do, I like Pentatonics.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
versions that
yeah.
they do.
Christy
I like that a
likes
lot.
them a lot.
Yeah, they're a good one.
Is that
they
an
do,
acapella group too? Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a song on the newest Grinch, the cartoon one with Benedict
Oh,
Cumberbatch.
that's right. Yeah.
They did Got Rest You
They
Merry
did.
Gentlemen.
I forgot that
Yeah.
movie. I saw it. I just forgot about it.
I love anything with the Grinch except for the Jim Carrey one.
I like anything with the Grinch except for the last 15 minutes.
So when his heart grows three sizes,
came
what?
to his
Yeah.
I will say, as I've gotten older, I understand the Grinch a lot more and Scrooge. And I'm
Yeah,
like, I
yeah.
understand why your heart was
This question
tiny and
came
small.
up, and I'm sure one of you two know, because my daughter was asking, who sings the "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch"?
Oh, I was talking about Thor Ravenscroft.
Ravenscroft.
Is that who it is?
I think he's also the guy who did Tony the Tiger.
The tiger,
That's what he's known
you're
for.
great. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that will help out a very young listener who asked her dad who sung it, and I was like, I don't know.
You didn't even try to Google it for her?
I was driving.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Modeling good behavior.
Yes.
Yeah,
Don't text and drive, kids.
Yeah, don't touch that with a 39.5-foot pole.
Oh, well, that's a good segue to end it.
So thanks, guys. I didn't get a chance to really give mine, but I'm a really big fan of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. That's like one of my all-time favorite songs. It's been around for like 400 years because old things. I think another one I like is Ding Dong Merrily on High.
Oh, that's a good one from choir.
From choir. I think I first did that song. I actually was part of the handbell choir, which was really pretty. So singing that song and doing the handbells, it just makes it extra pretty. So like I said, we have hundreds of songs to choose from, and I'm sure we could probably talk about this next Christmas in another episode because that is a non-exhaustive topic. But thanks, guys. If you have any favorite songs that you like to listen to, please let us know, and look up the origins of it. It's always cool to look up the history of stuff that you like, songs or fashions or whatever otherwise. But if you want to listen to this episode plus our other holiday episodes 31 to 40, just check us out on doublestuffpod.com. You can contact us on all of our social media platforms at Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Double Stuff Podcast, and of course on Twitter at Double Stuff P, and that's the letter P.
Go support your local performances. Yeah.